Good morning, students. Welcome to the virtual class of Gyaniketan Girls School. This is the continuation of the chapter Nationalism in Europe. See, in Europe is a continent, and we already had discussed that France section, that how revolution started in France and changes were brought in it. And from France, the idea of nationalism spread to other countries of Europe. So, this was just a thing. Now, while all these events were taking place, what was the structure of Europe? Who were in Europe and what was in Europe? Earlier, there was no modern state. The countries that we see today, like Germany, Italy, and others, did not exist in mid 18th centuries. Here there were kingdoms, and through these systems, kings used to rule and expand their territories. The problem was that there was no collective identity of people. Earlier means like we are living in India, so our collective identity is that we are Indians. So there was no such collective identity in France. For example, the Habsburg Empire, that is, the king thought to expand its empire, and for that waged war on neighboring territories and conquered it. So the people who were earlier under some other king were now under Habsburg Empire. Their identity changed means they did not have any collective identity. They did not have any feeling of nationalism. Their nearest identity was their religion, culture, language, etc. So Habsburg Empire, that is present day Austria-Hungary, ruled in this region. Habsburg included so many regions like Tyrol, Austria, Sudetenland, and Bohemia, and the people there spoke different languages like German, Italian, etc. Means there was no common identity where language were presumed as their identity. There were so many diversification. So how the feeling of nationalism arose, how nation state was formed, how people were awakened. So these are certain questions which might we think of. So see, we all know that the concept of history remains the same, just the fact and times changes, and same was here that the things were changing as it we have seen in India. There is diversification, there was diversification in every field, but when people got a motive, they started to perceive themselves as nation and struggle for movement, and started a struggle for their movement. So this was just a basic introduction that how nationalism started in Europe. Now, how was the society in Europe when the idea of nationalism was being developed? So there was particularly two broad categories: the aristocracy and the middle class. So first, talking about aristocracy, the people who belonged to higher class in society were known as aristocrat class. They were rich landed aristocracy. The aristocrat class was seen in everywhere like Germany, Austria, France, etc. But there are regional diversity seen, but still these class were seen as united. These people were seen as united. Why? Because their financial status were same. Secondly, they wanted to get connected with each other because they were of same standard and belonged to same group. So what was the binding factor of these aristocrats? Clearly they owned states, spoke French language, in general connected by the ties of marriages, and these were the factor which was binding these aristocrats together. So however, they were numerically a very small group, but they were the one who were owning a large property. So this was aristocrats. Now talking about the second class, that was new middle class or the rising middle class. Now earlier the society was divided in state or group, but now a class emerged in middle, which neither was so rich nor poor. As as the industries grew in Europe, the commercial classes also grew. Commercial classes means the class which owned and operated the industries. Their livelihood depended on the production from industries. More the production, more they grew. So this class came to be known as middle class, who were all industrialists, businessmen, etc. So and this class was known to be educated liberal, that is open-minded middle class, which demanded for national unity, and they opposed the privileges that were given to the aristocrats. So earlier aristocracy were only the class, but as the middle class emerged, they saw extra privileges to aristocracy, and demanded to end those privileges as they were educated people. So, with all these diversity, they all got the feeling of nationalism as they were all now thinking same, that they wanted the privileges to be ended and they wanted to unite the country, and they all demanded to end the privilege. So the two major classes opposed each other, and the feeling of nationalism arose more and more and grew stronger with passing time. So this is how they were making the nation, how they were starting to make up nationalism in Europe. So next we are going to deal with liberal nationalism in next class. Thank you for today. Thank you and have a nice day.